Hello, dear friends. My name is Kathleen Whitehead. I channel usually the a group called the Aspects of Love. Lately, some other beings have been coming in, so I'm inviting. We'll see who shows up. But earlier today, I spontaneously channeled the Arcturians, so that was interesting. Um, anyway. I'm going to start with a little prayer and then some light language. And then I have some things that they've asked me to share. And then we'll go into whatever else happens. Dearest divine universe, thank you for this gathering. Thank you for those beautiful souls who are with us this evening. Uh, both in the physical and who are here in spirit, and those who will join us at another slice of time. We thank you for the guardianship that you have over me, especially, and how you have taken care of me in this last, well, my entire life, but especially in the last week. We are grateful for whoever comes to join us and for the wisdom that they will bring to us. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I am Kathleen here at this moment. Um, just before we initiated this meeting, it was suggested that some people might wonder how this happens for me. So I'm going to give you a little brief explanation of what happens. I don't know exactly why it happened to me. I know that I must have done this many times before because when it came on, it was very um, natural. All of the things that I have experienced since this began for me, actually, when I was 65, which I'm 77, so 12 years ago, um, it all came very naturally, and I just seemed to know how to do it and how to interpret. Not that I didn't have slip ups, absolutely. My biggest obstacle was my own self doubt. But as I reflected in the last few minutes about how this channeling works for me, what I realize is I am able to focus, um, meaning, there are times when we're just reading or doing something or watching TV and we're mentally doing our grocery list at the same time, and we are thinking about a conversation we had. We're doing all of these things in our brains. And what happens to me is I don't have when I'm doing this, I'm not making my grocery list. I ask my ego to sit aside and be in the observer seat. So I have the sense that I am sitting over to the side listening, and whoever is speaking through me. Um, One of the things that I experienced, I went back to college when I was in my mid-40s. And one of my strong points, one of the things that helped me get through that after so many years without studying, was that I was able to listen and focus on the professor, and just nothing else would come into my mind. I was listening to every word, and I believe, I haven't thought about that for many, many years, but uh, when I was thinking about it, that's one of the things that came to me. So that's, they reminded me of that. So what I would say is I get myself into the highest vibration I can. I reach up to connect with the vibration of the person or entity that wants to uh, chat. And I have invited um, entities, the aspects of love, usually the loving entities. I do set boundaries. I don't just say, okay, anybody that wants to come in. My boundaries are that no one is allowed in my energy with any lower vibration than my own, but I will not channel anything that is lower than the highest vibration that I can reach. So that makes that little bridge. So it's anybody can do this. I would say that the thing that, you know, just those things is raise your vibration as much as you can. Learn to focus. Learn to focus your mind on nothing else but what you're doing. Trust, and don't listen to your own self-doubt, uh, because it is there. and and so that is what I think that covers what they wanted me to tell you. A couple of things happened this week, actually in a little bit more than a week. I experienced fear. And then I heard someone say that fear is loud and trust is very quiet. And that really resonated, because what, and the fear was only, I was uh, in an ice, I had to get into my car, and there was ice that I could not, um, it was so slick that I couldn't lift up one foot to get into the car, and without the other foot going out from under me. So what I ended up doing, and I didn't have good shoes on, but what I ended up doing is I took my shoes off and I got traction with my sock feet, and I was able to get into the car. But during the time that I was afraid, I forgot to ask for help. uh, and so I talked to him about it, and here's what they said: ask us to remind you. How simple is that? Ask us to remind you, when just let us nudge you and say, hey, we're here, ask. But and so that's what I'm going to do. So the fear, I was taken through that, but I had to experience so that I could have that little reminder. The other saying that I heard this week was, when you forgive yourself about something that you feel guilty for, that gives the other person that you feel like you've wronged, it gives them space to forgive you, if that is indeed needed. But until you forgive yourself, you're carrying the energy of guilt, and that other person unknowingly is picking up that you feel guilty, So maybe they're not ready to forgive you. Maybe they are, but forgive yourself, and that will open the door for others to forgive you, and you will feel that. Maybe they don't even have to forgive. Maybe your forgiveness is all you need. Anyway, those are the things that I've been thinking about this week. And so now I'm going to do something a little different. Uh, it occurs to me that that light language I just shared was very similar. It's almost felt like it was a repeat of the spontaneous channeling that I did this afternoon. Um, I have not shared that video publicly. That it came on so fast, and my son-in-law was here, and he taped it on his phone. So it's uh and it's only like 5 minutes anyway. Um, but I think what they're doing is they are saying, okay, we're going to give the message again. So I'm going to ask the Arcturians if they would like to come in and give a public message that is what we need to hear at this point. So, um, so I'm going to go ahead and do some more light language, or ask for some more light language, and then we'll open it up for them to give a message if they'd like. And then, the drill, more light language, then we'll have questions. And I do ask my ego to step aside, and I give thanks for those beings that are going to come in. We are here, and we thank you for the invitation that you have extended to us. We are part of your larger gathering, but we wish to let you know that we are here and always available to help you. So do not hesitate. We are part of you as you are part of us in the oneness, but we are having separate experiences and separate missions and roles in this ever expanding oneness. We will tell you that fear is something that is going to be rampant in the energies of your planet, because there are those who are not aware that they do not have to fear. It is their natural um, response. It is the natural way they cope with many things. It is your space, and what we ask of you is that you stay away from fear as much as you possibly can, because those who are experiencing fear, who are awakening, and the the things that are happening that are fearful, are also opening the door for many to remember who they are, for many to what you might call awaken, but it is merely just remembering, stepping it up to a place where they can have a better perspective and remember that this is um, here. The experiences you're having are here to help you remember. So you, as the beautiful souls that you are, as the advanced souls that you are, as the ones who have begun to remember that who you are, we ask you to stay in the calm place that you can and let your example of that calmness be a beacon for those who are not so calm. Things will get more tumultuous until they don't. Until that time that things start changing and the chaos starts decreasing, but you're in the midst of it. And even your planet is going through the chaos and the changes. Uh, they the planet, your planet is like a blanket that has been shaken, and the dust repositions itself. It flies up, some of the dust goes out into the air, other just kind of moves around, but you're in that time of the shaking of the blanket as an example of how we can describe it. So just know that you are also the comfort in that blanket. You are there to catch those who have been repositioned into your space and be that calming landing place. So just this is what we ask of you, is to be who you are, which is your sovereign, beautiful, calm self. And don't allow, well, it is your choice always, but we ask that you stay in your loving space rather than your fearful space. We are always here to help you in whatever way you need. We are part of you and we love you, and we are eagerly watching your progress, because your progress progresses everyone, every being, every planet, it's a ripple effect. So we will now get open some space for questions after we give you a short, energetic bit of our love. We will ask other members, other beingnesses of the who have been in the aspects of love to join us in entertaining any questions that you might have. Is there a question?
I have a question.
Thank you.
As some of us move to the higher vibrational, I'm going to call it the kinder and gentler earth, where a lot of the chaos and angst is going away. What will the role of technology be? On the one hand, I know technology can be a savior for us and all people, and in other cases, technology can be something that tends to be negative and affects the earth negatively. So what will technology, or how will technology help with the transition?
You remember early on, many years ago, there was a term basically, or a saying that said garbage in, garbage out. Now, that is a simplification, but the technology is guided by a being of some sort or beings of some sort, and their intention is going to influence it. So as the vibration rises and the intentions naturally grow softer and kinder and more loving, that will be the effect of technology. You have not even scratched the surface of what technology will bring. And there's so many different kinds of technologies there that and they can be for good or they can be for not so good, depending on the intention of that person who's using it. You see this now by your latest technology of artificial intelligence, where some people are pouring their loving heart into their intention of using this tool, and they're what's coming back is a loving communication. But then there are those who are intending to mislead, and therefore they're putting out things that you must go deeply into your own discernment to determine, is this true, is this real, what is the intention of the person behind it, who's using this, who's creating this use of technology. So but there will be technology that will help in the medical field. There will be technology that helps in the manufacturing. There'll be technology that is going to uh, help humans living their daily lives, and so many different kinds of technology. But and technology is not inherently good, nor is it inherently evil. It is based on the intentions for the use and what the user and maker of that technology has for what they wish to bring forward. But as there is more love, there will be more loving technology. Did that help you?
Yes, it did. Thank you.
You're most welcome. Do you have other questions? Is there another question from anyone else? Ah, this is the quiet of focus and trust. We love you. We wish to bring forth any information that you would like to hear.
I have a question.
Oh, please go ahead.
There's a lot of talk about big changes coming and big um, potentially upheavals. Are we getting any sense of a timeline?
The timeline is up to humanity. The purpose of the upheaval is to remind people to think a little deeper. And the progress is wonderful. But as it gets closer to the the resolution, or whatever you want to call it, the chaos is going to um, expand, because those who wish to hold on to the past are holding on with every ounce of strength that they can hold on with. But timelines are something that you, as members of the earth, need. We see the entirety of the experience, but that's not exactly in the way of, okay, we're taking a crystal ball and we can see what everything has happened. It's more like something that you actually have. If you go into your self, into your calmest self, you can sense, is this going to come to a loving conclusion or a fearful conclusion? And you know it's marching towards love. You know that inside of you. If you are giving into fear, you may have forgotten that you're progressing, but you know it. And as you get into the deepest part of you, your own intuition, that's where you can find your trust, because you can just say, okay, this has been fun. I see that it's still going, but I'm going to wait for the end, and I'm going to be calm, and I'm going to sit back here and I'm going to just watch, because I know the end result is going to be good, because we know that. Timelines are dependent on your own progress. We will tell you that you are progressing very quickly, but totally transitioning to the most loving place is going to take some time, some gradual progression. But in the short term, we will just say that at the end of this calendar year that you have created, things will look much different than they do right now, and they will be better. That is really the best we can tell you, because, well, if you knew the answer to everything, you would quit the game. Did that help at all?
Yeah, very much so. I have a second question to follow that, if I could.
Please.
Um, as myself feeling like an awakening or awakened individual, with this transition, I feel called to speak out and encourage and coach and mentor and guide and encourage actively to bring about an outcome that I think would be favorable without putting a lot of condition on it. And I notice lots of other people seem to be basically sitting this one out and not particularly lending their voice to it. And I just wonder, is that helpful, or should I just, hide in a bunker and wait for the world to change?
It
Figuratively.
is that, did that complete your question? I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yep.
It is based on your intention. There are those who speak, expound on wonderful things, and basically say, I'm pointing at you and you should do this. That is not, because that what that is, that says to that this person who's pointing the finger has their ego in charge and thinks that they are better. Now, there's a difference between pushing someone to do something and or just teaching or reminding or being that example. If you are feeling, which you are, that it is time for you to speak out, then you trust that message that you are getting. Not everyone is as eloquent as you are at putting the message out. Now, we would caution you not to judge where another person is. You are just giving that information and you are saying, this is my experience and this is how I got to where I am, where you are is in a peaceful place, and where someone else might be is in a very fearful place. And so they're looking to you, and you can say, these are the steps that I took. This is how I feel things. These are some things that I know, and I offer them to you without judgment, without demand. But yes, you are one who is meant to speak, or you would not have been guided to speak. And it is a little surprising, isn't it, when you are compelled to speak, when you, as our own channel, never expected to be a speaker, but she's compelled. She's compelled because we have asked her, and she has done this before. But yes, please go ahead and share your knowledge. And the more you share, the more knowledge will expand, the more finesse you will have in teaching. And the does it matter whether you are teaching 10 people, one person, or a million persons? You're just teaching, you're sharing. So we appreciate what you're doing. Does that help you?
Yes, actually, it really does.
There are those who are meant to be quietly calm. There are those who are meant to be the peace that other people see without speaking, because their energy goes out and touches other people. But you're meant to use your experiences, your voice, your knowledge. If it comes to a point that things change and you're not supposed to speak anymore, you will know this, but it cannot be based on somebody saying, I don't like what you said. They're just not ready.
Right.
So observe and teach and love. Teach with love. And this is what you're doing. And thank you.
Good reminder. Thank you. Thank you.
Is there any other question? We are visited by the Pleiadians. They are going to gift you with their love and their reassurance and encouragement. Tia, 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 da da nia. Ha, holiana kashe, tia manakashe, tia da badai kate. Tanana maike, sa sa sa. Tia nanakese, tia da da bitiki. Hayanane, hayanane, amane kai. Thank you for being with us. Continue to spread your love. We will leave you now.